Okay, Coach. Well, in just a few short months, this place will be the epicenter of the sporting world when it hosts Super Bowl 54. It's Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Right there. Floor. Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll run on first down. Laird. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Tonight, 80. Check 56. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Alert. Mike 56. Pick me up. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. Check.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Brought in over the middle by Graham. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
56, check 56.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. And over the middle, this is Parker. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
I got you. Check. Hey, alert.
On the ground, the rookie Myles Gaskin, the former Washington Husky. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal.
It's our time. Hey, switch gears. Hug.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Kill.
They'll run it here with Logan, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now on 2nd and 13, Haskins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get...
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15, and it'll be Dolphin football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. 56.
Drive starts on the ground. It's Walton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Absolutely nowhere.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Here's Rosen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Parker. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Hey. 4 down.
Here's Walton. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They can't hang with us.
Here's Gaskin. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Set. 80. You got nothing to You got nothing. 80. Mike, 4. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. 6-0 our score after one. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Safety's creeping. Check. Lucky.
From the gun, it's Rosen. It's complete to Parker, left side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Right there. 56. Check pass. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Motion.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Now Rosen will lead him up here to go for 2.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Here's Rosen to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check 50.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On the carry, it's Logan. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Rose into the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. On the toss, here's Walton. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Slam, slam, slam. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Montez Sweat in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
I know he ain't got
it. They'll run now with Gaskin. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be at practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 31, Rosen. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. On 3rd down, Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st down, Redskins.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. This is Logan. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Second down, Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Oh, able to avoid him. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little. The offense now at the line, ready for their forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A gain of 3, 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Stop your whining.
Play action. Haskins. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, it's Logan. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. This is Gaskin on the carry. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Coming to you. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Come on, D. Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, man.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Parker. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
You pop. He's coming. We got double up. You go tight. You got tape. 80. You got tape right there.
Now Rosen on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Quarter.
Rosen will throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
At the 31-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. Throw left side complete. That's Logan. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
First down, Washington.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Wide, get wide. 66, run it, pass, switch it, come on, switch it. Out.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
First down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
49's the mic. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
They'll run on 1st down. Logan. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's gonna be a long day. Hey, watch it. Tight dog.
Snap comes at 1. Now Haskins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go! You better be afraid of me! You better be afraid of me!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
A run by Walton to begin the drive. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Check 56. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And a loose football. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 1st down, it's Logan, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
49's the money. 49's the money. I got one.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Haskins now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. His throw incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Haskins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Kill.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
It's now 4th down.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. 4th down, here's Haskins. That is caught, it's Perriman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the 31, Haskins. And this is caught at the 8. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Line 36. Line 36.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Brashad Perriman. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
At the 29-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check 37. Check 37. Monday.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Alert, alert, alert. Deep. Mike, 4.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hatchet. Topper.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Check 56. Alert, alert, alert. Check the backer, check the backer. What do you got? Mike 56, Mike 56. Push him back. What do you got?
They'll run on first down. Laird. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Mike's 56. Here we go, here we go. Hey, check 24, check 24.
They'll keep it on the ground. Laird. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Redskins' 30-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical about the whole thing. They put up their fists and said, let's fight, and showed their crowd that they were into this one.
And then that's the thing, the crowd responded. They were really good in this game.
Yeah, they were not going to be pushed around. They were not going to be intimidated. They refused to back down and came away with a victory.
So for Miami, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills.